All right, guys, coming to you with a little different one than I'm used to going over, and I honestly wouldn't. I'm not a fan of miners, and I've kind of stayed away from them, especially for videos, because I find they're a little bit of a Ponzi-nomics slash. You don't get in on day one, you kind of get yourself in trouble. So I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to go through this one a little bit for you. And I'm actually quite impressed with it. I think it's got some staying power. It's done already quite well over its little stint right now, and they've created a lot of stabilizing mechanics and a lot of whale mechanics and a lot of different things to make sure that it's a safe, passive way to earn some income. And they have revenue sources. I don't know if they've quite taken over in the point that it's not Ponzi-nomics yet, but it's definitely helping stabilize it and create some income for the protocol in order to help it not drain very fast. So without any further ado, we'll kind of go through the website. I'll go through a little bit of the facts down at the bottom and kind of explain my views on them. And then I have already put funds in, which I'll have the video at the end on how to do that. And there is a referral link. I will put it in my video. It's not the end of the world. I'll look at it as a buy me a coffee. If you end up deciding to get in and earning some money, then I get a little reward for it. I will do airdrops on the money I earn. You guys know I'm all about transparency. I'll show you what I'm earning and what I'm giving away, and it'll be done in this protocol through airdrops. Other neat little thing is I am not getting paid for any of this video. This is not a sponsored video, but they did offer me $50 as a giveaway for my community, which I will never say no to. So again, you'll get a very honest review of me this one, but I am happy with it, and that's why I went in. So let's have a little look. So up at the top, it shows your liquidity and your investors. This guy usually shows a little green arrow with the health if it's good, but it scrolls down here for you, and we'll go through some more details here in a minute. And then you get to put your address up here, and you get to name it if you'd like. I ended up naming it. It costs a little bit of gas, and then it shows off my pocket aces. So Frost Flakes, they do have an audit. It's a powerful collection of the best features from all DApp miners. So you get a 2% static daily reward, no inflation, no decay. So one of the big things with most of these miners is you're getting a reward that over time, if the contract starts depleting, you start earning little to nothing. And that decay happens really quick. Mostly because it's already starting at a static amount of returns, and so it helps drain it too fast sometimes. And a lot of the miners also are sometimes 5-8%, so it's a little bit crazy. This one's a lot more reserved. Secure 6-to-1 ratio, anti-whale, and anti-contract drain. So you have to compound 6 times and remove once. I'll just go through the wording, and we'll probably use this going on. You have to freeze 6 times and defrost once. I'll have some chapters in here to go through the different things that I have that I'm doing. So other than that, generate revenues on PancakeSwap and trading bots. So we'll go through a little bit of that in below. 100% original code, no fork or copy. So it's all theirs, and you can see by the way it works, it's very different than other miners out there if you've had any experience with them. A little watch intro video. Hopefully I'll do it good justice, but obviously there's some videos here if you'd like, and learn how we generate liquidity. Goes you back to some of this stuff, which we'll go through in a minute. And and then it goes through your stats. So this shows me how many Frost Flakes I have, what my rewards are, rewarded Frost Flakes are, because I did end up doing, actually I will be showing some stuff, and then daily reward, and the defrost available, so not yet, so I can't pull money out yet because I'm not past the 6 days, and this shows you your time and freeze requirement. So I have to freeze 6 times before I can pull money out. And my reward bonuses are based on either money I get from my upline or money you guys deposit from my downline. So similar to a drip kind of thing. I'm sure you guys have some experience with some of those protocols. Rewards. So right now I've earned some rewards because I put this in last night because there was a little bonus going on. I wanted to get the video out to you guys, and I apologize. It's just been a little bit crazy week for me. So it's going through my rewards timer, and then you can also set up an AutoCompounder. So I'm going away for the weekend, so I'm going to set this up at the end of the video as well. New deposit, so I want to put in a new deposit. I'm going to click here and then put in at least 0.05 BNB and go from there. The neat thing about this one is it's a very low entry point. So 0.05 is your entry point for BNB minimum and for any deposits. So you can get in with just a little bit if you want to test the waters, and then let that compound and grow for yourself and go from there, which is kind of neat. So it doesn't force you into any moon play. Snowflake Lottery. At the end of each round, a random participant will be selected to win 3% extra Frostflakes on the deposit they made during the round. So any deposits you make during these rounds, and we're in round 13, you get this little bonus. And you can actually go in here and see all the previous rounds and how much they put in, so that you can kind of quote-unquote game the system, I guess. You can see how much people are putting in order to try and be the winners to them. And so here's the lottery one, and here is the competition one. So there's two different things going on here. This is kind of neat because a lot of things have it only for the biggest investor. So with this one, you still have a chance at the lottery, even if you aren't the biggest investor. And again, there's details down here. Sorry, I keep scrolling down, hitting buttons. So this one here is for anybody. And then obviously there's the largest deposit of people who can end up getting the 7%. So the most fighters at the end of the round kind of thing. So right now I have 300 fighters because of what I put in. I put in one B&B to start. And upline, so this is who referred me. I just used one of the mods from their own chat. I'll go into a couple of details of what's going on there. And deposits, TVL, so that's what I put in and what my TVL is. And then payouts, I haven't done any yet. Airdrops when I do them and how you do them. Little banner ad, which is nice because it'll give them a little bit of revenue, which helps. And this is really neat and really transparent. To illustrate this best, what we'll do is we're going to take off these two guys and we'll show those at the end. And this guy here as well. So total liquidity is basically all of these guys added together. So let's go through these very briefly. We have the pancake swap staking, and this along with that has some rewards that are being generated, and you can see they're increasing over time. So those are the two things that are right now sustaining it as of now. But as you can see over the last little while, it's kind of stabilized itself, and so it needs to kind of start putting a little bit less pressure on the contract balance. And to do that, they've invested into some bots, which they've just started now, and as you can see are increasing quite nicely here. And that hopefully will bring this from, I believe, fairly sustainable right now up to hopefully totally self-sustaining is the goal, I presume, for Jack, the developer. So as I said, these four things basically add up to give you this, and then your total liquidity has been going up as well, which is really what you want to see. Even if one of these goes flat, as long as the whole protocol is increasing here, that's healthy, and that's showing some good positivity in there. So if I take those out quickly, so this is just a neat little way to illustrate everything and to see how things are going. So as you can see, daily deposits and withdrawals. The other neat thing that you can see here is the daily deposits are outweighing very, very often the daily withdrawals, which is also helps make it very, very healthy. There was a little bonus, and this is when I put mine in. That's why this one's so high. And then hopefully as time goes on, we can keep seeing this kind of trend. So, and again, been going for a while. I believe it's been going before then, but I'm not 100% sure. I apologize. It looks like maybe not because there was no withdrawals happening. So August 3rd, September, and then some of October now. So pretty neat, and the fact that it's been going for that long. So moving on. So lots of facts here, lots of transparency, lots of details. So you can learn a lot about the project right here. Understanding the calculations. So Frostflakes has completely eliminated any complex decay rewards, which is fantastic, and that's part of the reason why I'm here. And so you can calculate everything here and have a look. I'm not going to go through each panel 100% just because the video will run on a little too long. Claim defrost dependencies. So every investor needs to accomplish the following. They have to compound 6 times, so freeze 6 times, and then they defrost, can defrost once. They've got indicators and everything on their DApp to show all that, which is really neat. It's really understanding when you can compound. So freezing happens only every 6th hour, so you can freeze multiple times through the DApp, but you are limited to how often times you can do it. Using manual freeze can be good if you want to compound more than once per day, or you can use the auto compound. So this is good to know. If you decide to use the auto compound, it's only happening once a day. If you choose to, you can compound more often to create faster rewarding for yourself. I don't know. I think there's been lots of data done on this, and I believe in the most part doing it any more than twice a day doesn't create that much return, and you will increase your gas that you're spending. So I'm honestly, compounding is amazing. It's a very powerful tool, but once a day to twice a day max is usually enough. So revenue streams. As we talk about PancakeSwap liquidity staking, the staking earns rewards and it's compounded, which creates a revenue stream for the Frosted Flakes. And over time, I believe that compounding effect again will affect it positively for the protocol. And then their trading box. So really neat. We know bots are becoming quite a popular thing now. They've always been around, but now they're becoming very big parts of protocols and how they can help be more sustainable. Static rewards at 2%. Rewards follow a 30-hour timer. This means you only get rewards for the first 30 hours after each freeze or defrost. Once 30 hours has passed, you will need to either freeze or defrost to reset that counter. So something to keep in mind, there is some gamification slash to-dos on this one. You do need to be in here once a day or set up your auto compound. If you're not sure, you'll be able to do that. Auto compounding needs to be enabled. So there is a little video that goes through that. And start the auto counter, wait 6 days, stop the auto compounder, and wait 24 hours. So this is kind of the recommended cycle. So this is the whole, you've seen this if you've done any miners, but the whole compound 6, take profits once kind of idea. They've forced it in play, which is part of why it's still going. And I think a worthy thing to do to make sure that we're doing this kind of stuff. And this is how people should run a lot of their investments, or at least something like this. If you're using the compoundability, as long as you believe in the protocol, in ones that you aren't forced to do it like here, it can be a great way to increase your earnings in that protocol very quickly. But again, this is DeFi. You still have to take profits, and it's really important. So these are the competitions that we were talking about. So you can get little bonuses and little gamification type things inside here. It helps create multiple people, or it helps create people the ability to deposit multiple times, because a lot of these protocols as well, people just put money in and then they basically compound slash take money out as often as they can. In this case, they actually give you some incentive to keep inserting money into the protocol, which helps it grow and become more sustainable. So it's kind of neat. I might take a look at that and take advantage of that over time, as long as I'm earning back some of my initial, because obviously the whole point of this is to earn money, not lose more of it. So random, like I mentioned before, random one is selected to get 3% of your initial deposit out of all the people that deposit. And then there's the other one with your fighters. So I'll let you guys go through that in more detail if you'd like. Max payout. So max wallet TVL. Max TVL of a personal wallet will be set at amount equal to rewards of 5 BNB. So this means the rewards you're being paid out. So the max you can earn in this contract in rewards is 5 BNB. So once you get to a certain level, you'll either have to create another wallet, or all the rewards you get above 5 BNB daily will be basically put into the treasury kind of thing, or not put into the treasury, sorry. It basically helps create that sustainability, right? So once you're earning that much, that's a pretty good little decent daily income. But in order to help you, well, weekly, I guess, in order to help make sure the protocol is sustainable, they just max that out for you, which is pretty cool. I do agree with this. If you've been in there long enough that you've earned up to this, you're doing pretty good with your monthly income from this protocol, which is great. You can always, I presume, add more money. I didn't go into detail here, but all right, so max wallet, and on top of that, they actually have a max payout too. So this is kind of cool. So once you've been paid out 260 BNB, which is a pretty decent amount of income, then you'd be done with that wallet basically. I presume, like anything, you can open up another wallet to continue, but kind of a neat little protection there. Downline daily rewards. So not only does the downline give you common referral bonuses, but it will also enable you to get extra percentage on your rewards. So this is something I can get as a bonus. So as I get more referrals, I can get larger rewards on my referrals. Again, this will help you guys too, but don't do this if you're not big on these kind of setups. But if you do refer to me, like I said, I'll be giving back at least 50% of what I earn. I'm not here to make money off of these things, but at the same token, there's definitely some nice bonuses for both of us, I guess. Your daily rewards are 2%. So basically, as you get more referrals, your referral bonus gets higher and higher. Deposit line. A deposit line is an extra percentage on your daily rewards, just like your extra downline. So when I put money in, if I put it into someone else, so like when you put it into mine, for instance, you will get a return on that, a percentage of that, and you'll increase your deposit line by 1% every time. So it just gives you a bonus on the money you're getting and giving, depending on the system. So definitely worth having a little peek at that if you have the opportunity to earn rewards from people getting into your downline. So a deposit is an extra percentage on your daily reward, just like the extra reward downline. If you deposit 5 BNB in one go, not compounded from earlier investments, you will increase your deposit line by 1%. This can be done up to 10 times. So this is for me, once I get my wallet to a certain level, I can increase how much I get from people that deposit onto my downline and kind of thing. So kind of neat, gives me some incentive, I guess, to talk about the protocol more and get investors online to give me a little more rewards. But I'm not going to work at it. If you guys happen to like to use my video one, then great. There are only two kinds of fees. So contract fees, 1.5% on airdrops and 3% on defrosts. This fee goes straight back into the contract TVL. Team fee, 1.5% on defrosts and airdrops and 3% on deposits. So they need to make money too. You will be paying the following fees: deposit 3% to the team address, defrost 4.5% in total, 3% the contract, and 1.5% to the team, and airdrops 3% in total, 1.5% to the team, 1.5% to the contract. Understanding the common referral system. Each referral, so person that comes to me, for example, will be sending me indirectly, obviously you're not actually sending me, 5% on each of your freeze. So every time you freeze, I'll get 5% of what's being frozen. These 5% go straight into my locked frosted flakes and will therefore instantly increase my reward. So it's going to go right into my contract. When you get a new referral, so if you guys are first time depositing, I'll actually get 5% on the deposit you make. So if you put in $100, I'll get $5. But only for the first deposit does this happen. And for this one, this is if I'm starting in the protocol and I use somebody's referral link, then if I add to, so I need to add them in before I do my deposit. So for instance, if you decided to use mine, you'd add my referral link in before you do the deposit, and then you will receive and I will receive 5% on bonus kind of thing. So kind of neat there. Airdrops, just like common referral systems, airdrops are instantly added to the receiver's locked frosted flakes. So this frost flakes, so this goes straight into your, so if I do an airdrop to you guys, you'll automatically get that deposited right into your frost flakes. So right into your TVL. So it'll go basically right into here and become part of this number. And then it'll start earning you more rewards on that new amount that we've put in. And then there's the fees for that. Frostflakes is a high-risk, high-reward protocol. By investing, you accept the risks mentioned below. When you deposit into the protocol, the amount is locked forever. So that's the one thing with this one. And the way I don't go into these projects very often. I mean, I do now and then if I think the risk is worth it, or if I'm playing with house money maybe or whatever. But once you put your money into this one, it's locked. So the only way to get it out is over time. The rewards are static, which means that if the protocol is sustained, you have an ROI in 119 days. So that's kind of, if you don't do any referrals or don't get referred back or anything like that, you just do your 6 freezes and 1 defrost, then in 119 days, you'll ROI. TVL, so people, just in case you don't know this, I'll quickly go over, but TVL is your total value locked. So this is how much is sitting in the ability in the contract. The funds in the contract can be withdrawn and therefore not locked. When freezing, you compound your collection, so it's just showing you what the freezing terminology means. And when you defrost, you're claiming. So just like any protocol like that. So that's really about it. So they have added it here. So there is, as I mentioned, a Discord that I've created that I'm working with Jack, who's the developer, and then all the other socials are right down here. Other than that, what I will show you just quickly, and after this, as I said, I will be putting my video where I did the actual deposit. All right, so now that we've finished going through the walkthrough here, I'm going to show you guys how to deposit into the Frostflakes protocol. And there is referral links. I will leave it in there. Again, like I've said before, I don't really go too crazy for referral links. So if you do decide to use it, fantastic. And I'll make sure to do some airdrops from time to time to try and reward back anybody that does deposit with me. Yeah, that's basically it. So right now you'll basically move down to where it says deposit. Nothing too crazy. And I'm going to put in 1 BNB. And let's buy some Frostflakes. So your usual stuff, just confirm, and away she goes. All right, and there our rewards are already starting to accumulate there, so that's great. Now I just want to go through the AutoCompounder. So to do that, obviously there's a nice big button here to let you know. So you hit Start AutoCompounder. There's a little video to go through how to set that up. You do want to make sure that you're ready to do a freeze, because it will do a freeze as part of this. And if you want a little more details, you can definitely watch this guy here to find out if there's any tips and secrets or whatever. And you're going to pay a service fee for doing it based on your amount of B&B. So I believe it's if you have less than half a B&B, then you will not have to pay any fees. When you have over that, there is one. So start. And like always, you do need to interact with the contract. So confirm, some gas fees for that. And then you wait a moment for the contract to close, and there you are. So it's set up your basically next 6 days automatically. Now, because I'm starting this in between, I can stop the auto compounding when I hit my 7th day in total, because right now I think I have 2.9. So I've got 3 days of my freezing done. So technically after 3 days, I could stop this, do my withdrawal, and then go back in and keep compounding as I would. I may just keep this one. It just gives me a little bit more compounding effect early on, which is nothing wrong with that. And that about finishes off our tour of Frost Flakes. If you do have a moment, please come by to the Discord. I did help set that up, and I'm there from time to time to say hi to everyone. There'll be a little portion of this video with the instructions on how to buy in on that Discord. And yeah, that's basically it for that. There also is a Telegram. I'll put both of those in the video description. And obviously chapters will be set up if you need to jump to different spots at any point in time to take a look. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the video. Those do really help me out. Obviously the usual like and subscribe. And I look forward to coming to you with the next piece of content. Have yourself a wonderful day.